What's going on, guys? It's your boy Boston Mike and my two friends here. There.
Hello.
D-Way is here and in the house. What's up?
Let's talk WrestleMania post. Mind-blowing WrestleMania. We can get into opinions later, whatever. Did you guys enjoy it? Thumbs up or thumbs down if you loved it?
I give it 2 thumbs up. Give it thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
It
was good.
Overall, I'd say it was a great show. A couple of stories I'm a little salty with because, I would have liked it other ways. But overall, fantastic WrestleMania, I think.
I agree.
You guys want to get right into the main event?
Let's start with the banger.
Which one? Which main
Night
event?
2 main event.
I thought night 2.
Okay.
What everyone came to see.
Okay.
I mean,
let's do it.
Everyone came to see. First, we got to congratulate him. Cody Rhodes,
the new undisputed WWE champion.
So, what do you want to talk about?
I like it.
Right? So, if you don't know by now, but Mr. Cody Rhodes, let's go. You guys know I'm a huge fan. Look at me. I mean, I'm getting a neck tattoo probably next week. We're going to put it right here.
You guys down with me? Baby I've ever met.
For real.
Dude, I was jumping up. I was so happy. I was kicking the dog. I grabbed the guinea pigs and started throwing the guinea pigs around the house. I was like, I had my Teddy plush here. I was like, it was a great match. It was a phenomenal match. I'm going to keep going because I'm already in it. The fact that they brought so many legends out. I mean, John Cena, Undertaker, The Rock. I mean, still considered part of it.
Legend.
He is a legend, dude. He is.
Yeah. Seth Rollins. I mean, he's not really a legend, but he came out as well.
Coming out with Shield.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what that was about. Maybe you.
Since you said that, So Dave, you'll appreciate this. So I'm sitting there watching on the couch with Brooke, and all of a sudden, this Shield music just drops. I knew it wouldn't happen, but I'm like, yo, is Dean Ambrose about to come out right now?
Yeah, I swear to God, I literally said the same thing. I was wondering. I was
hyped. I was hoping, and I'm like, no, there's no way he's on contract with AEW.
Yep.
You got to stop it.
It would have been crazy, though, if he did.
Right?
Wow, that would have been something. Whew.
I'm so with you. I was like, Seth already came out. I don't think he's coming out. That guy's dead, I think. So, is it Dean?
He's dead. I thought it was Dean. Man. I got pumped. Then I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. You need to calm down, man.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That was a really top tier match.
Bro, there's a lot of drama, too. A lot of emotions in the match. Like, just highs and lows and so many false finishes and just, man.
Like, it was
like, I think it really capped off the storyline and the rivalry like very well.
I agree. It's a good ending. Was not expecting the Undertaker to come out and chokeslam The Rock.
No,
that was pretty freaking cool.
I
lost my mind when that gong hit, dude. I lost my mind.
I had my money on Stone Cold coming out. I'll tell you the truth. I was saying it all weekend. I had a feeling, so much little puzzle pieces, but leave it to WWE to dose a curveball and Undertaker. Do you have any Undertaker come out? That was pretty epic.
No, that was cool. I didn't want to get my hopes up with Stone Cold. I thought there was a slim chance he could, but I didn't want to be disappointed if he didn't. And when the gong hit, it was fucking insane.
Lost it.
It was so just sporadic. I guess sporadic, different, random. Weren't expecting it at all.
Well, definitely didn't.
Laughing. I had my mom watch the match, and when that first gong hit, she's like, "What's that mean?"
That's amazing. Did they lose?
Yeah, like, don't worry, you'll find out.
I had my parents watching Mania. I had my wife invested into it. She was really into the whole Yeet and the brothers. She got into that, and she. So I'm going to bed, and 2 minutes later, she texts me, "Why is this happening?" I'm like, "Are you watching it?" "Yes." I'm like, "Then get out here and watch it. It's how it's supposed to be."
Right.
Wrestling is designed for the family to watch it. I sat down by myself. No family. I say family. I got my youngest. My youngest is really into it.
Did you guys notice the when Roman grabbed that chair and he kind of looked at Cody and looked at Seth and he had that moment of hesitation of like,
Yep.
who should I fucking hit? And he kind of maybe
Yep.
even costed him the match in almost in a sense. And then he just couldn't let the Shield go and he hit Seth right in the back. I
Yep.
think
I
that's
loved
like
every moment of it.
right.
Because
I
wasn't it the other
loved
way
it. I thought
around?
it was great.
Wasn't it the other way around a few Manias back where Seth hit Roman when they were Shield?
No, that's what essentially that's when they broke up the Shield. Seth hit
Yeah.
Roman in the back. It's a crazy moment because they were
It
an
was a great
over
match.
faction.
So many like after the match videos I saw on Tickety Talk and YouTube. You see the wise man hugging Roman on top of the ramp. You know, like
Yeah.
it's okay, Daddy still loves you.
That
That was pretty cool.
No, I like the celebration in the ring afterwards, where everybody pretty much came out and lifted him on his shoulders. Oh, he did it. He finished his story. Now what? We
Yeah,
can
dude, I was
fast the
shocked
story.
by the people that
We
came
can
out.
we can close that book and we can open the next one.
Speaking of the next book, what do you guys want to bring up next? Let's roll right into the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest. Now,
And
Boston Mike, you predicted it. We have it recorded. As you can see from the sticky note, Boston Mike was right. So
I'm
I'll
just
give you that.
here.
I
We'll put
would
the
like
muzzle.
you
We'll put
guys
the
and
muzzle on.
I would like both of you and everybody to know that I stared at my TV for easily 5 minutes in pure silence. I was pissed. I
I was
was,
feeling you.
as some old Vine video would say, shook it. All right. I didn't know what to do. Oh man, how'd you guys feel when that happened?
I was in complete shock. I thought Stone Cold had a better chance of coming out than Damian Priest did of cashing it in. So when he came out, I was shocked. I thought it was Drew's moment, man. I thought he was gonna sit there, rah rah rah, let's celebrate. But then he couldn't have just walked back to the fucking locker room, could he? You gotta go tell fucking CM Punk to suck it, and of course he wasn't injured, right? He just rips his arm brace off and hits him with it.
Don't. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm sorry, D-Way. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait till Boston Mike gets his piece in too.
I don't have to say anything. I'm letting the note. Just call it, man. Just let the note call it.
Okay.
I mean, I called this match. I was getting very, very nervous when he was sitting in front of CM Punk. I'm like, dude, it's been like 10 minutes since he won a match. Damian Priest is not coming out. Mr. Literal is going to field day with this. He is going to be so happy that I was wrong. And then when you heard the music and you see him running down, I'm like, oh, I didn't care about the match. At that point, I did not care about the matches at all. All I cared about is I was right.
Wow.
So I want to say this too before that match happened, because obviously we were talking. And he tried, remember last week's video when we were making the predictions? He tried to make 2 picks. And we had to clarify with him that Priest had to walk out the building. We had to go over that same scenario because he was trying to get 2 picks again. And then what do you know? Priest just had to come out.
Yeah.
I agree. And I'm glad you guys told me to stick with my pick.
So with this, I gotta roll into my next point here, and I'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
CM fraud. All right. D-Way, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I brought this up a couple of weeks ago. Where what if his injury's a big fat phony?
You did.
Right?
You brought it up.
What else would it be if it wasn't CM Punk? The dude is a scumbag at his core. He's faking a tricep tear that he magically can come back from in what, 4 months? Okay, dude's a fraud. He rips the thing off, ruins Drew McIntyre's championship reign of 5 minutes and 45 seconds.
I'm trying so hard to keep my mouth.
I'm furious. I'm livid. Like, I don't care if you were right. It's the fact that CM fraud over here.
He's making a story, bro. That's what professional wrestling's all about, is making the story for us.
I'm fine with the story. CM Punk can't wrestle. Like, I respect what he does. I respect his gimmick, cool. He just can't move anymore.
But this feud is gonna be fucking top notch, and I am excited for it. I did not expect the Drew McIntyre CM Punk feud. I'm ready for it. It's gonna be good. Drew McIntyre's on his game, and Punk can go on the mic.
I mean,
It's gonna be good.
you saw a lot
They
of
have Drew McIntyre lose to
TikToks.
CM Punk, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I think it's time. Is it time for Drew McIntyre to hang up the wrestling shoes and
Boy, you
go
better
into?
shut your damn mouth.
Drew McIntyre's just he's just beginning.
This
I like
man
what
said
he's
Drew
doing.
McIntyre
You know
hang
what?
up his
No,
boots,
no.
kick rocks.
I got 2 kick rocks. I got 2 carded and 3 figures up there. I love Drew McIntyre. Don't get me wrong. It's just I feel for
And
the
this
guy.
is-
giggling over there like a schoolgirl.
It's a funny story, man. I mean, it's a funny.
You can't.
Here, Drew.
If you were a
Here's
big
the
Drew,
belt.
if you were a Drew McIntyre fan, you wouldn't have cared about being right. You'd have been pissed that Damian Priest cashed in on that belt.
Then you don't know my competitiveness when it comes to you and I and how I'm being right. But you know what? Let's get back to the match.
That was good.
The match was actually really good. Seeing how Seth went from night 1 against The Rock and Roman, and then night 2 showing up. Did you see a good Seth Rollins? Like, was he
Seth put in
fighting,
work.
or was he battered? That's what I'm asking. Did you think he put in work?
I will say
He put in
He
work.
didn't make
said
it
this
easy for
to-
Drew. He
I
did
said-
not make it easy for Drew.
I said this to Brooke on night 2. I already had respect for him, but I give so much respect to Roman, Cody, and Seth. I don't really want to include The Rock or, like Jimmy and Jay, because they didn't do a full match. But those 3 wrestling both nights and having the quality and the caliber of matches that they had, you knew they were in pain. You knew they were struggling, and they still went out there and put on absolute bangers of matches. Like, it just raised my respect a little for them.
No, it was good. It was really good. And then Seth even shed some tears at the end of that Drew McIntyre match, telling him he deserved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and then Damian Priest ruined it like a piece of shit.
I know, man. That sucks.
Seth Rollins, you fucking deserve it.
I
Cue
wonder
Judgment Day music.
what it's gonna be like to tell him, yeah, you're gonna win it, and then you're gonna lose it 5 minutes later. Like, that's gonna suck. That's the second time he's been cashed in on too. The Miz cashed in on him as well.
I was laughing so hard because when Triple H
that makes him a
hugged Cody
major.
at the end, I looked at Brooke and said, "What if he looks at him and goes, you're losing the belt next week?"
You never know. It's
Remember
like I wouldn't put it past
Like
anything.
Dave, that's why.
Also, when Drew hit that first Claymore kick,
right off the ding, he ran a Claymore kick.
yeah, I thought it was
actually
gonna be over. I'm not gonna lie. When he hit that Claymore right when the match started, I did think it was gonna be over.
What would you do? What would you have done if he counted to 3 and it was over?
I would have been upset. I mean, they've done it before with like Bianca and Becky, where Bianca had the belt for like a year, and Becky literally came out and squashed her in 3 seconds. Literally 3 seconds. So they've done that type of shit before. But I wouldn't have been mad. I mean, could you blame Seth? He was already in the match the night before, and it's not even a full it was like 10 hours. It was even a full 24.
He went from the main event to the first match.
Yeah, that's rough. So like, man, I wouldn't have blamed him at all.
So I was thinking, since Boston Mike had me all riled up,
what do you think about
Damian Priest debacle, is I think what we'll call it. We can roll right into what I think is the most controversial match of WrestleMania, and that is the Sami Zayn fiasco.
Oh.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen.
You said you were right, so we're gonna let you lead it off there, Boston Mike.
Oh, I will lead it off. It was a great match. I mean, I thought Sammy kept against the big Gunther. I mean, let's not sell Gunther short. Gunther is a beast of a wrestler, but it makes sense in my eyes that Gunther finally loses the belt, because I think Sammy's going to stay on this platform of Intercontinental, and Gunther is moving on up. Gunther is going to be your next Hale against your Cody, against your top guys. Sammy's not going to have the belt long. I will put money on it. It'll be by the next pay-per-view. Mark my words. Copy it right now. He will lose the belt before the next pay-per-view. That's
So you're saying a backlash? That's literally next month.
I don't know.
Yeah, you calling
exactly.
it now? He loses next month? Are you gonna lock it in?
Yeah. Lock it.
Right.
Lock that shit in because he's gonna lose it. He's gonna
lose
it too.
I don't need to be doing that anymore. That motherfucker lost.
Yeah, so lock it in that Sammy is gonna lose the belt. He's just not a belt holder in my eyes. He's a tag team. He's a barroom brawl. You call your buddy Sammy when you want to go scrap go get in a fight at the bar. So that's my opinion on those two. The match was good. Sammy took a lot of licks to the chest. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how. Over Gunther. I mean, I like Gunther. He's just a powerhouse to be reckoned with, and he's just moving on up. It's a good villain story to have him on the villain side. I mean, that's what wrestling has been about since I was a kid. You got your villains and you got your good guys. Some people call them most people call them heels, yada yada yada. But as Cody, the American Dream, and Gunther, the foreign strong guy, it's Rocky 5 all over, Rocky 4 all over. Country versus country. It's just that's the way I guarantee they're gonna go within a year. Gunther's gonna be fighting Cody for the belt. D-Way, how do you feel about this match?
Well, first of all, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but the whole story was trash. Sammy didn't deserve the spot to begin with. He should have never even been in the match. I mean, I get what you're saying, because Gunther needs to go on somewhere else now. He needs to fight bigger people, but you don't put a homeless person, you don't put a fucking bum in there at WrestleMania. There's so many better options they could have got with. That's how
Thank you.
I think you need to apologize to your twin brother. Do you have that much? You have no faith in your twin brother that you.
You need to. It doesn't matter what you think. D-Way's facts over here.
He looks just like them, dude. He looks. If you put him and Sami Zayn next to each other, I swear to God, I would think that's. And
I guarantee I wrestle better than him too.
20 years and
because D-Way has a home and a family. Sami Zayn's a homeless fuck.
Well, let's hear Mr. Literal on this.
So I agree with D-Way and well, I agree with also Boston Mike, but in the way that D-Way said it. I think Gunther losing the belt's great. I think he's going to push for the higher belts as he should. But like D-Way said, why was Sami Zayn even invited to the match? There's no story. The story is literally, I'm going to go cry in the stands while Kathy Kelly talks to me, about how I'm irrelevant as a singles champion. And then we give Sami Zayn the Intercontinental belt after Gunther brought that thing so far, like higher than it probably has ever been.
Oh, yeah.
And we give it to this fucking scab.
No, it has. It has.
And then even worse, right? And I'll continue to agree with Chris Jericho that I don't like the word botch. But my God, what did Sami Zayn think he was doing trying to pick Gunther up like that? Because there's no way that's what he was trying to do. And it looked terrible. And I'm surprised that neither of them got hurt. I'm glad they didn't get hurt. But it
supposedly it was it was supposed to be a brain buster, and what was supposed to happen, what a brain buster how it looks on the mat, right? He's supposed to do it on the top turnbuckle to Gunther, but he slightly missed the turnbuckle, but luckily, since it was a brain buster, he never really hit anything, so Sammy kind of just laid him down in a sense.
To me, it just looked like
Sammy
wasn't strong enough to lift him up.
Yeah, it didn't look good at all.
But no, Sammy had no right to be in that match. Sammy has no right to be the Intercontinental Champion. Quite frankly, I hope he has to vacate the belt for COVID or something.
The belt for COVID.
I can't wish harm on somebody. So maybe he gets COVID and he's out for a few months and has to get rid of the belt. I can dream.
So who'd you guys like to see him feud with if you had to pick anyone?
Chad Gable.
I like Chad Gable.
Oh yeah, 100% Chad Gable. Oh, thank you.
100%. Thank you.
They could do something.
Chad Gable should have been in that match.
Yeah, I agree. Chad Gable should have been in that match.
Chad
Yeah.
Gable should have been in that match.
Do you think
Chad
that
Gable
should
should
have
have been
been
the
a
one to
triple threat?
dethrone Gunther. No. No, it 100% should have been Gunther and Chad Gable one-on-one. Sami Zayn
You know
had
what?
no business at WrestleMania.
Actually, I don't necessarily dislike the triple threat idea because you could have put Chad Gable over with him pinning Sammy without Gunther taking the 1, 2, 3, and he still would have lost.
I
That's the
just,
only way I
to
would.
me, there was more story with Chad Gable and Gunther,
Yeah.
and they didn't build anything with Sammy, which is why I'm like anti-Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
No, I
They
agree.
just didn't do anything with him until the last few weeks, in my opinion, which is weird because
So
other than that, Triple H has been
I
cooking with
can agree.
stories.
I mean,
okay. So who would you guys like to see? Who would you guys
new
rather
era,
see?
baby. We're in a
Gunther
new era.
battle Cody or Damian Priest? If Gunther was
We're
going to
in a
call
what?
out
I'm sorry.
tomorrow, yeah. If Gunther was going to call out someone tomorrow, would you
I
rather see
think
him
he's
fight Cody or
Damian
Priest?
Priest.
Damian
Damian
Priest.
Priest.
That'd be a banger.
Damian Priest.
I think having two wrestlers that are both the size that they are and can wrestle the way that they can wrestle, I think it would be a fantastic match.
Yeah, that'd be a
That and
banger
could you
match.
imagine Gunther going from the IC title to the World Heavyweight Championship?
Honestly, I mean, would they drop? You think if they started a feud and Backlash in a month, you think they'd only give Priest a month with the championship? Seems kind of.
Absolutely.
I mean, they did it the Drew McIntyre, so. I mean,
Look at what Gunther did with the IC belt. Imagine what he would do with the World Heavyweight Championship.
yeah, gonna.
Yeah,
Especially,
but I
especially
feel
with
like
Cody being
I feel like
being a face with the WWE belt. Gunther's an amazing heel. So you
Hmm.
could have your face with the WWE belt and your heel with the World Championship belt. It could work.
what
Could
if they wrestle for that belt and Cody wins both?
for
Or
real
Gunther wins both.
I don't think
become
they'll
the
do
new
that
Roman
just after
Reigns.
bringing the World Heavyweight Championship.
We're back.
Yeah,
That's what I don't want to see. I think it should take some time before we see another title run
Yeah.
of 2,000, 3,000 days, whatever. What was it? 1,665 days.
yeah. That's like
I think the total
that's like
was.
once every 50 years type stuff. Like that shouldn't happen like within the next 2 decades, in my opinion.
I mean, give it a let it bounce around. Let's see other guys how they can carry it, how they're.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Well,
Yeah.
green belts. What do you guys think? We get right to the next one. Let's get into the women's from Monday Night 2. Bailey versus Io.
I feel like this match's the outcome was kind of expected in a good way for this type. We all picked Becky Lynch, but it was a good match, physical
Bayley?
match. I have fuck. Yeah, we all picked Bailey in this match, so pretty common outcome. Anybody kind of anything they want to add?
Were you surprised Damage Control not come out?
I guess so. Yeah. I guess it would have added more drama to the match, I guess you could say. But I'm kind of glad they didn't make it a clean 1, 2, 3. Make Bailey look even stronger, honestly. So
Yeah. No, I agree.
Bailey's a fighter.
I'm curious to see who they're gonna have feud with
She's gonna be a
Bailey now
great
that she's a face.
Face now that she's not
Yeah.
really a heel.
She's gonna be on
I'm
SmackDown.
waiting to see if they're going to slowly bring back the entrance because she had a role model up on the screen.
Yeah, they
On
did.
her entrance, man. I was like, oh, here it comes. Yeah, I mean, like I was a fan of the match, and I love the match, but I don't really like you said, we all kind of
Yeah, it wasn't
saw
nothing
Bayley
really
winning.
like stood out or wasn't anything. It was exciting as WrestleMania match, but
Let's move to the next
women's
match.
World Championship match with
Right
Rhea Ripley.
off the first night, first match, Rhea
And
Ripley
first match
still,
of the show.
versus Bailey.
And
And
still,
you know what? I think we should let Mr.
Vers-
Earl take it
versus,
from the top. Unless you don't like the solo.
yeah, so it's Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, not Bayley. We'll start there. So
Well,
the entrance, Rhea Ripley's entrance was amazing. As soon as she came out, I knew she wasn't going to lose. Even though I picked Becky, I thought WWE was going to go with Becky just because, unfortunately, it's Becky.
crazy. We all
But
picked
once Rhea
Becky.
Ripley's entrance hit, I'm like, this lady ain't losing, right?
Mm-mm.
Absolute banger. Overall, Rhea Ripley saved that match.
Yeah,
It is
Becky
what it is. The match itself would have been a million times better if anybody else was fighting Rhea. I literally said to Brooke during the Bailey and Io Sky match, look, this is what a match looks like with the women's division when both women can actually fucking wrestle. I don't know. I don't know why we're continuing to push Becky Lynch. She can't wrestle like she used to. It's fine. It happens. Sometimes you can't move the way you used to anymore. And what the fuck was she wearing? Coming out looking like a dumb idiot from Santa's workshop.
I saw a meme that was comparing her to a Budweiser can.
She had her
It looked
she had her book
ridiculous.
on her. That's what she had. It was all pages
Yeah, and
from
guess
her
what?
book, quotes from her
The
book.
advertisement may say New
I
York
liked it.
bestseller. I ain't read it, you know? So I'm not
Shit,
your
I bought it. And I'm gonna
average
read it.
girl. What are we talking about? You know what? Maybe somebody should tell her how to speak some English. Even I know they speak English in Ireland, but it doesn't appear that way. If I'm being completely honest, like Rhea was carrying Becky so bad, I hated the match. I absolutely couldn't
Yeah.
stand it.
I feel like Becky got some good licks in, and
Clearly,
I
you
thought
weren't watching the same
Rhea
match I was.
high tied 3 times, and she still kicked out. So
Because it's Becky Lynch and they don't protect finishers anymore.
no, you're really
No,
right.
really,
What's the point
they
of doing
don't.
a finisher when you know you got to
Like
do
that's why
three?
it was so huge when Kane kicked out of a tombstone.
Yeah,
No one ever had. And then you have this giant big red machine like, what's up, bruh?
right.
Let's
I
go.
think he had to give him like 5 tombstones that match, actually, something like
Yeah,
that.
nobody kicked out. Nobody kicked out after HBK delivered a super kick, or Triple H with the pedigree, or The Rock with the rock bottom. Like it was
Or the
it.
John
You
Cena with
knew
a
it.
5 knuckle shuffle.
Yeah, you knew it was locked and loaded. It was over. And then you got Rhea Ripley dropping riptides like it's going out of style, and Becky Lynch is like, ugh, ugh. Like,
Oh,
come on.
Did either one of
Okay.
you listen to that band she came out to? I don't. I never
Motion
heard
Listen
of
I
it.
don't.
Right? Yeah. I got
I
a
have
whole bunch of their music on my phone.
you know what? On my screen, I'm just gonna put this note right over your face on the screen. It's gonna make me happy the rest of the show. There we go.
Well, I got something we could talk about. How
All right.
about a match that I was not expecting to go the way that it went? And Logan Paul retaining. None of us got that one right at all.
Mind blown.
Yeah,
Absolutely mind blown.
I agree. Didn't honestly think they'd give him the belt again. I mean,
I didn't.
I thought his stupid truck was stupid in the beginning. You drove it like 10 feet, guy. That was dumb. Why do you need more product placement? You're on the fucking ring. Like,
Okay, I'm going to talk about the only part that was phenomenally funny, and that I know you laughed too, and pretty sure Mr. Literal did, and is when Logan had KO in the corner, and he's like, "Drink it. Do you like the way it tastes? You like the way Prime tastes?" He's bashing his head against the Prime. So I think Logan Paul is good for wrestling. He's a trash talker. He can move. The guy can fly. The guy can hit. The guy can take hits. He had a few hiccups. He has been doing this for 30 years, 25 years of his life. So, but yeah, I think he does move and he plays a perfect heel. Everyone hates him, boo, but yet they're in the back drinking that Prime. Which, did you find me a Prime WrestleMania Prime bottle? I need one.
nah.
No? Do you need one,
I'm sure
Mr. Literal?
I'm sure it would be super expensive if you found one. I feel like that would be very pricey. But overall, I enjoyed the match. I really like my biggest takeaway is I just didn't see Logan Paul retaining. I had no problems with the match. I thought it was a banger. Um, I didn't laugh at the part that you're talking about, Boston Mike. The part that I laughed at was when KO and Randy realized that, hey, this is a triple threat match. I can't stand here and watch him pin him. And then when Randy first tried to RKO KO,
Yeah.
that interaction is what made me
Randy
die
was like,
laughing. And then when KO was like, "Oh, you want to do this now? Okay, let's go now." And then they just start punching each other like that. That's what killed me in that match. I was cracking up.
That was great. That was great.
or even
I
go
like
back to the beginning. I liked in the
man,
beginning where
With the
where
golf
KO,
cart?
yeah, KO backed up the golf cart and drove him to the ring.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did you see him? He's like,
Randy
slow
was,
down, slow down, slow down.
yeah,
yeah,
Randy's
He looks
telling him to slow it down.
scared.
that
Maybe
was
the big
good.
man doesn't like speed. He's like, slow it down, man.
That whole match
Kevin,
was entertaining.
I thought
Yeah,
that.
it
Yeah,
was
I
a
agree
good
with you.
match.
It was good. Just wasn't expecting Logan Paul at all.
I did not expect Logan Paul, but that means
No.
he's in it for now, man. He's got to stay.
You know what's
Not
gonna
like
happen? They're gonna break
like
the
before.
internet. They're gonna do Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny in a match. Watch. I don't know if you
Really?
guys have seen Bad Bunny wrestle yet, but he can go. He
Yeah.
can go.
What was that pay per view or special event?
Yeah,
And
yeah. One of the backlashes last year.
See,
yeah,
here's my only thing against that though is like him and his brother already have this issue of going against like quote unquote nobodies. I think they got to keep putting Logan Paul up against like wrestlers that have a name for themselves. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, I
No,
said I
no,
don't know
go
about
ahead.
you, but I don't want to get in a rink with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton
That's what
for
I'm
long.
saying. Like I think because I like what they're doing with Logan Paul. I may not like him. It seems like he's maturing because of the wrestling business a little bit. But if they're going to keep pushing him, which it looks like they are, because he performs great. We're not going to deny that. I think they need to not let him do what him and his brother have been known for, pre WWE, and then what his brother's doing, and keep him away from wrestling nobodies. Keep him against the KOs, the Randy Ortons, the even
I
Ricochet. I
see
mean,
that.
Ricochet needs a good story for God's sake. The man can wrestle, you know,
Yeah, Ricochet.
things like
He
that.
can
Because if
fly.
they're going to keep him,
That guy
like,
can
yeah,
fly.
if they're going to keep Logan Paul, let's keep having him wrestle against wrestlers that have a name for themselves and not Bad Bunny. No offense to Bad Bunny, but
So who'd you guys like to see Logan Paul feud with next?
honestly, they've had a little bit of a scuffle before. I would go with Ricochet.
Yeah, that would be a banger. They could
I
go.
would see that because they could fly. Look at
They've
Royal Rumble 2 years
already,
ago. They were
yeah,
like,
they've already had huge
"Whoa!"
moments in
Yeah,
PLEs before. I think that would be a great story that they could build up.
that
That's
could be a cool
the way they
match.
wrestle. They could do like a 2-3 part story.
I like it.
It could be a very long story with that and produce a lot.
I liked. I mean, I think it'd be a banger of a match. Those
Yeah.
two fully going at it, and I like it.
And then imagine if Ricochet finally wins and Samantha Irvin loses her mind because they're engaged. It'd be a huge moment.
It would be pretty cool.
What do you guys feel about the product placement all over the place? I mean, after
I
WrestleMania 1 and 2, I went and bought Snickers, Dude Wipes, Prime. I don't know who else.
They got everything covered.
It's not my wrestling. That's what I'm going to say. It's not my wrestling. I don't like it. I like
so
the outside of the ring, the banner going around and outside. I cool with that.
yeah.
But the
So
whole in the middle of the ring, on the poles, on the turnbuckles, everywhere. No, not a fan.
the
It's not
Prime
my wrestling.
logo was actually done far more tastefully than I thought it was going to be. Because that initial one, it was all colorful and like
It's terrible.
I agree that it's not, normal, but I think it looked a lot better than everybody anticipated it to. And I didn't mind the cover on the tops of the turnbuckles being a Prime logo rather than the WWE logo. And then the rest of it, it's WrestleMania. You're going to have advertisements, whether
Yeah.
we like it or
I
not.
didn't mind it. Snickers up in the back and Dude Wipes
No, I
going
mean, like, even on the
across.
sides of the ring, like, what's the difference if you seeing a beverage or you seeing a WrestleMania logo?
I don't know.
You
It
know what?
doesn't change the match.
I
I
would
just
rather see
maybe what
logos
I
on the
grew up with.
ring and everything than logos on the wrestlers. Because I mean,
Yeah,
look at everything
absolutely.
nowadays. Everything 30 years ago had no advertisement in it. Now look at stuff today: NHL, NBA, NFL. Everything's got
Hey,
advertisement. WWE was just late to the game.
Marlboro
Yeah.
used to do all the sponsors. Leave Marlboro alone.
The
Marlboro,
I think
Camel, they were
UFC,
everywhere. Bud Light, the beer and cigarettes,
UFC's
but
had Bud Light on their mat forever. Well, I don't know if it's Bud Light now, but for a while they did. So I mean,
but see, I
I
don't
th-
mind it because they started from the get-go. They started with a product placement saying, here's UFC sponsored by, Red Bull, going on and on, whatever. Wrestling, when I started watching it, it was a giant WWF in the middle, giant WWF in the turnbuckles, and it was like that for as long as I can remember. Do they need the sponsorship? Let me ask you that. Do they need it?
not now they don't, but back then they might have needed it. But I mean, why not? What is hurting more money coming into the company? I mean,
Well, they got to pay the wrestlers more money than they
yeah,
get. they get a little, too big for their britches and thinking
I'm
they're
curious how
whatever.
much the contract is between Prime and the WWE to have his Prime on the ring. That's got to be a lot of money.
So my favorite match of the whole 2-night event was the 6-pack tag team ladder match. I like it, loved it, want some more of it. These 12 guys beat the snot out of each other with ladders. The ladders were breaking. It was amazing. I enjoyed every minute of it. And once again, why I loved every minute of it is because this guy was 100% right. So yeah. It was an awesome match. They climbing the ladder. You think this guy's gonna get it? Bam, down on the ground, pushed over, and then Team Awesome gets a set. And A-Town Down Under gets a set. I like it. Finally, they split the belts up. You get this, you get that. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. I love it. Everything about that match, I loved. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that.
The only good thing about that match is that The Miz and R-Truth won a belt.
Did he know he won?
And he did try a pinfall during the match.
And tag in.
He also did a tag. No,
Yeah.
it was a good match. I didn't see the WWE giving the belts to either of those teams just because of the way it seemed that they'd been pushing DIY and the New Catch Republic. That was just kind of what I was vibing with based off of storylines and matches. I'm super happy to see The Miz and R-Truth win a belt because that's self-explanatory. I find Grayson Waller and Austin Theory annoying, which is why I'm not happy about that. That's just the reality of it.
I don't think they're gonna have it long.
I can't really give another reason. You know what I mean? I just find them annoying. They're not my thing. What do you think, D-Way?
I loved Some Truth winning. That was cool. I wasn't not the biggest fans of the Down Under yet either. I don't know. Maybe they'll grow on me over time, but I really thought the Judgment Day was gonna pull that one off again. I thought I did like DIY's kind of DX-ish entrance, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Shawn
cool,
Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid.
But the match is cool. I loved it. I thought it was
They all put up a good fight. They all beat the New Day. They put up a damn good fight. It was great. I loved every minute of it.
I have a lot to say about this, and I need to be careful how I say it.
Well, let's put the filter on.
This match was irrelevant. The only person that had any reason to even feud with Damage Control is Bianca Belair. Like I said, I'm going to tiptoe around some things here, but we know why Naomi and Jade Cargill came out to help her. All right?
Mm-hmm.
They need to stop pushing Bianca Belair with no stories. It's obnoxious and it's annoying as a fan. Like, she's a good wrestler. If you're going to push her, give her a story. Give something. Naomi, she just came back. I'm not knocking her for what she did before she left. Don't give her a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, she's been rusty for sure. Not good.
And then we get to Jade Cargill, right? So I no longer watch AEW, but I read things, I see things. And from what I can tell, Jade Cargill was trash in AEW. She wasn't exactly the best. She wasn't exactly the safest. She damn near snapped Dakota Kai's neck. She dropped that woman on her fucking head. She's not a good wrestler. She needs to go down to NXT or she needs to go to the Performance Center. I mean, like, D-Way, you and I were talking about it. I can't remember if it was our group text message or if it was just me and you. Like, The Rock put in work. He wrestled way better than I thought he was going to, especially for his age and how long he's been out of the game. You got Jade Cargill. What is she doing? She's going to be the next Nia Jax getting fired for being unsafe.
Yeah.
I can see that happening easily. I can see that easily happening. I agree.
Because the move with the one I'm talking about, where she almost like dropped Dakota Kai on her head. Like this wasn't a screw up on anybody's part but Jade.
Hmm.
Like you can clearly tell she just didn't spin her enough and just slammed her. Like no one cares that you take steroids and you're strong. Just do the move right. I don't know, it really pissed me off that they're pushing this, that they're pushing those three because they're not doing it with the story. They're not doing it for the right reasons. It's a whole thing.
Well, the
Couldn't
whole
agree with
match
you more.
kind of was just, it just seemed like it didn't fit. Like, it was supposed to be Bailey versus Damage Control, and then it kind of wasn't anymore. And then it was just kind of
Yep.
Damage Control versus those three. And then I was most disappointed by the fact that Damage Control lost. I thought Damage Control should have beat them personally, but yeah, I wasn't
Oh,
impressed with it.
I
I
won't
wasn't
lie to you.
impressed with the
I knew
match.
going in, on our prediction show. I knew going
Yeah,
in, Damage Control was going to lose.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, the writing was on the wall.
Obviously, I didn't see it. All right, I didn't have my ghost
Was it?
detecting
I
equipment.
mean,
Yeah,
I
was
mean,
it written in like ghost
it
pen?
was in big black letters.
I did not see it.
I think I got up and got chips, dip, went to the bathroom. Was
Oh,
it
man.
over?
Right?
Check the TV, make sure it was over by then. If not, got another snack. And speaking of that, what did
Yeah,
everybody have for a snack? What was your one snack you had during
I had spicy
both nights?
Doritos.
Spicy Doritos. D-Way?
I had spicy Doritos night one while I was drinking, and night two I didn't drink, and I had chicken wings all night.
Yeah,
Oh,
all I can
fuck
keep
yeah.
hearing.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, pretty much.
I think I just had like chips and some candy, but the main event night, the wife made my favorite dinner, which is perfect, corned beef and cabbage. So I sat there watching wrestling and just mowing on some corned beef and cabbage. It was heaven, heaven. It was great. Couldn't ask for a better meal. Couldn't ask for a better day. It's like that best day of the year for me so far. Probably going to be the best day of the year.
Speaking of favorite foods, did you guys have like a favorite moment that happened during the WrestleMania?
Ooh,
It could be a favorite moment, or it could be a match, I guess.
ooh. It's tough. Can I have more than one?
Yeah, you could have more than one. Why not?
Because then it would be more favorite moments.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
But it's
because it's
hard.
tough
You
to
can't
pick.
pick.
It's tough to pick just one. Because the first one that sticks out was to me, and it was the beginning of night one. It was that entrance for Rhea Ripley. Like that blew me away. I thought that was dope.
Really?
yeah, it was cool. I
Loved the
liked it
entrance
too.
for Rhea Ripley. And then like another thing, you bring up like Cody Rhodes' mask when he came up.
That
That was
was sick.
cool.
Whoa,
I did
I
like,
did like
and with
that.
his
that
wife,
must have
and with his wife. I like that.
right? Like that was dope. You know,
What's up?
Well, I
what's
like
some
how
moments that you guys
with the whole theme of when Cody came up, it was kind of like he was bloodied and battered, but he was still going to
know?
war. I like that. I thought
Yeah.
that was really cool. I also,
With
how
like
much
the
better?
flag and everything.
Yeah, how it was kind of torn and stuff. I like
Yeah,
that. How much better would the Rhea entrance been, but at night? I think they should have saved that for
that would have
nighttime
been
instead of day,
nuts.
because it was still
More
daytime when
lights,
they did
and
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that would have
pretty.
been
That would
way
have been
cooler.
nuts.
I can't have one on. I mean, all right, I can't say that. I do have a favorite when Cody won. I went absolutely
Yeah.
positively bonkers. I thought it was insane. I was so happy. So that was my favorite high point moment of the whole event. Um, all in all, from beginning to end, I loved it. Watched both press conference after. I watched, the slammy. It was like I actually glad we didn't watch wrestling yesterday and today. I needed a break. I don't blame you, Mr. Lidrow. I started watching Friday with SmackDown, watched the awards, and went on and on and on. So I need that little bit of a break right now. But it was all in all, I loved every minute of WrestleMania. Some of celebrities, I'm like, I had to ask my younger kids, like, who's that? Who's that?
Speaking of that, when I don't know who he was, but when the dude ripped off the Prime face
I have
mask,
no idea who that was.
Oh,
Logan
he's the
actually
British.
knew who that was.
Yeah, so did
I think-
Oh,
Mikey. My
really?
kid knew. I was like, he knew my oldest son knew whom all were. I'm like, I don't know anybody. I know
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, how would you guys think of Snoop Dogg on commentary? I thought it was pretty funny.
Put shizzle my nizzle.
It's ridiculous.
Every year, Snoop Dogg comes out
Yeah,
with his gold WWE belt.
it's ridiculous. You know he's just got to be lit as get smoking all the weed backstage and then just coming out and announcing.
Who's he smoking with? What
I
wrestler?
guarantee
One
Pat
wrestler.
McAfee's smoking. Pat McAfee
Oh
always
yeah.
looks high.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Mm,
agree.
I don't know who
Definitely.
to smoke with. Riddle's not there anymore.
Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Oh,
I was trying to think of maybe Otis.
Otis.
A big bowl of cheese balls. A jigu. It's all like.
Fucking Otis.
But
All right. We want to do a entrance of the night. We already know what probably everyone's entrance of the night is going to be at this point. I'm assuming Rhea Ripley.
mine was night 2 of Cody coming out with his wife out of the ring and that helmet. I was like, yeah, man, this is gonna be epic.
Cody fucking crybaby.
Oh yeah. I'm not a crybaby. I don't have to be a crybaby. I'm a Cody supporter. Okay. Make
That's
wrestling
right.
great. Make wrestling great again.
My favorite was Seth Rollins' entrance
You're
night
not getting
2.
on, are you?
With all that craziness. I don't even know what was going on, but it was Seth
Dude,
Rollins and it was good.
I looked at Brooke and I said, I'm so glad I didn't
because
take acid.
I'm trying to
Like
make
what was
wrestling
going on during this whole thing? What was people wearing?
horrible
Oh
internet.
man.
I was not impressed with either one of them. Either
What?
one. I'm giving
Oh.
Seth Rollins thumbs down. I was not impressed with either one of his
I'm
entrances.
giving you a thumbs down.
I'm giving you a finger up. The first night, I was like, it's a giant bow. Or what? I don't like it. You've gotten so much creative with your coming out. I love it. Both nights, I was like,
This man wants to talk trash.
Oh man. The
The
visionary.
Well,
Yeah,
Well,
I
Seth
like.
Rollins said right now, you want to talk trash?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
I love Seth Rollins. I think he's phenomenal. I thought he could come out a little better.
I
Especially
disagree
night
with you.
2.
Night 2. No, I disagree. Night 2. I thought was
Dude,
awesome.
I know that I
think
had to
that's
Google it.
I think that's a terrible take, and you're lucky we don't have a mute button.
Yep.
You
you have
do.
to be
You
muted
go
for
like
2
this.
minutes.
So let's go over the point totals from our predictions that we did. So I got the cards for night 1 and night 2 that D-Way so kindly sent me. The first match we had Jimmy versus Jay. If I remember correctly, both myself and D-Way picked Jimmy. Oh, we know how
Yep.
that worked out. And of course, Boston Mike gets a point there because he picked Jay. Next on the card, and again, these are not in order. These are just how they're listed on the card. The next match we have Rey Mysterio and Andrade. This card has Dragon Lee because it was before he got attacked. Against Dirty Dom and Santos Escobar. I myself picked Rey Mysterio because it's Rey and the luchador. I believe both of you gentlemen picked Dirty Dom. Is that correct?
That is correct. Wrong
Okay.
again.
So
But
we got.
he did really good.
Well,
Go on.
well, this is about points, Boston Mike, not whether or not he did good. So we got Boston Mike and Mr. Literal tied at 1. Not for very long, I promise you. Next up, Damage Control against Bianca, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. I believe both of you gentlemen picked Damage Control.
Correct.
Ooh, tough break. So I briefly jumped in the lead because I picked Bianca, Naomi, and Jade. I won't stay there long. Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. I know we all picked Becky. It's a big fat goose egg for all of us. Gunther versus Sami Zayn, and this is where Boston Mike just starts coming back up. Myself and D-Way picked Gunther. We lay another goose egg, and Boston Mike ties it at 2. The six-pack ladder match. Oof. I myself took a big fat goose egg. I got nobody, right? You got Boston Mike, who picked both of the teams correctly. I still think he somehow got a hold of the script of night 1.
What is
So
this,
we
the
got
NFL?
Boston Mike with 4 points, Mr. Literal with 2, and D-Way with 1. And then the
Solid
last match of night 1 is the tag team match of The Rock and Roman Reigns against Cody and Seth. And we all know we all picked The Rock and Roman to win that match.
Yep.
So at the end of night one, Boston Mike in the lead with 5.
I can't do that.
Mr. Literal in second with 3, and D-Way coming up in the rear with 2.
Whoa,
Here
buddy,
comes
slow
night
down.
2.
Pump the brakes.
Here comes night 2, right? So, AJ Styles versus LA Knight. I don't remember the pick, so let's start with D-Way. Who did you pick on this one?
I went with LA Knight.
You're damn right you did. You got a point
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Boston Mike. Boston
Nope,
Mike.
I
Where'd
didn't
you
know.
go?
Yeah, I went with the phenomenon. Is that how he does it?
He
I went
crosses
with
it.
AJ.
Okay, well, we'll let AJ Styles know you think he's the phenomenon instead of the phenomenal. So myself and D-Way
He's
got a
relevant.
point. So that bumps myself up to 4 and D-Way up to 3. Watch out, Boston Mike. We're
Whew.
coming for you.
Coming for you now.
The next was the street fight. They called themselves the Pride. So Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament. D-Way, what about you?
I went with the Street Profits.
I just say Street Profit. I got the names confused,
There's-
but I did say Street Profit.
There's like 2 matches I remember that we all picked. So I bumped Boston Mike up to 6. Myself and D-Way would be 5 and 4 respectively. Io Sky versus Bailey. Who did you gentlemen pick?
Bailey.
Bailey.
Damn right. So it's now 7, 6, and 5. Logan Paul versus KO versus Randy Orton. We all got this wrong.
Wrong.
None
I
of us
picked
saw
Orton.
Logan Paul retaining.
You
I picked Orton as well.
Yeah, you
I
and I
picked
picked
KO.
Orton. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
close, man. But nobody picked Logan. It's that prime. I'm
So,
telling you right now, prime.
Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. So here's how I'm gonna do this. So both D-Way and myself did pick Drew McIntyre to win. Drew McIntyre did in fact win the match, so I'm gonna give both of us a point. However, Boston Mike went the extra mile. Put your damn sign down. I'm getting to it, asshole. Boston Mike went the extra mile and predicted Damian Priest coming out, cashing in, and getting the belt and leaving WrestleMania as the World Heavyweight champion, excuse me. So for that, Boston Mike, you get 2 points.
Damn. All right.
I figure it's only fair. D-Way and myself got half of it right. We get 1. You doubled down, raised your prediction, double down on black, basically. You get 2 points for it.
Like it.
And I think that bumps you up to 9 points. Myself, I'm at a 7, and D-Way's at 6. We're trying over here.
Ryan.
And then last but not least, we got Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. I feel like I remember us all picking Cody.
Yeah, we all went Cody.
Yeah. So I think the final score is Boston Mike with the W at 10 points. Mr. Literal in second with 8 points. And D-Way in third with 7 points.
Yeah, I
Boston
sucked
Mike
on
is
that
the
one.
winner of WrestleMania. Look at that.
Da-da-da-da-da.
This guy is over here raising
I wanna
his sign like I
this
wasn't going
award.
to give him props.
Thank you for this award.
You need a bigger award than that.
That's both sides of my fantasy football.
I just want
Go
to
ahead for the
say the fact that you got the cash in, the fact that the cash in happened and he won the belt, and then that you got both tag team winners.
Yeah. The odds are not.
Impressive. Is impressive.
Thank you. What would you do if I said CM Punk causes Drew to lose the belts?
You would have gotten 3 points.
I know you would have said I want to see the. You had to see the script because no, I did not expect CM Punk.
I would have given you 3 points, asshole. I would have had to give you 3 if you said that crap too.
What? I was gonna buy you a CM Punk figure today. They had him for clearance. The AEW figure. No, they're not clearance. They jacked the price up on them. The AEW ones, the things like I don't know. Oh, speaking of prices, real quick, that Prime bottle, if you want to put it in later, It's going for $100 right now. The WrestleMania Prime
Told
bundle
you.
is selling for 100.
Damn.
Selling for
$100.
$100. But hey,
$100.
Logan doesn't get a penny of that. It just brings his value up. But still,
Yep.
hey, you guys ever try it?
I haven't tried the energy drinks. I've tried the hydration drinks, and they're good. They're normal
The
like
energy
other
drinks,
hydration drinks.
I haven't had the hydration. I've had the energy.
Yeah, I mean, if you've had any other hydration drink, it's tastes the
My
same
kids love
almost,
it.
in my opinion.
No, it's Gatorade. Gatorade is nothing better than Gatorade. That's gonna wrap it up for all our picks, our feedback on each event we talked about, how much we loved it. On the way out, let's say your scale from 1 to 40. What is your famous WrestleMania? Starting with me, I'm gonna say this one. Cody Rhodes win is my favorite WrestleMania, hands down. D-Way?
Well, let's just go with 40. Let's WrestleMania 40. It's got to be.
And Mr.
Yeah,
Literal.
yeah, like I told you guys, because I didn't really have access to like pay-per-view and stuff growing up. This is the first actual WrestleMania I've watched. So
Hey, first
WrestleMania
for
40, you know,
Right?
is
it's
it sad
gotta
I've
be. It's
seen
the only
1
one
through
I've
40?
watched.
Is it
I don't
sad
know
that
if
I've
That's not
watched
sad.
1 through 40?
That's not sad. There's a lot of people that have seen 1 through 40.
Anyways, this wraps it up. We got our picks, our favorites, how much we all enjoyed it. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, find us on YouTube, hit that notification, follow us. We're going to keep doing these videos as long as we three want to, or when and how. But let's roll it out with peace. I'm out.
Peace.
Please.